How do you forgive yourself? Now let's look at it. What have you done to yourself? At times, when you overthink things, you hurt yourself. And some of the things you're going through now is because you have not forgiven yourself. You have not forgiven yourself from your broken relationship. You've not forgiven yourself from broken friendship and so many things that you still feel like you did wrong and that if you have time, you could undo. So, how do you forgive yourself? Number one step is think back first to that period where you cared about something or about someone. That feeling, you understand? Think back to that period where you cared about something, you cared about someone. Let's even relieve that feeling. It is beautiful to care. And you know that you have to, the way you cared for that person, you have to care for yourself like that. That is number one step to forgiving yourself. You have to learn to start caring for yourself. Remember the things that had happened in your life to you. That is, anytime you remember it, you don't want to, you've not really confronted it. You have to remember it and have that discussion with yourself. What is it that you've done that is so hard for you to forgive yourself for? You have to remember it. You have to think about it. If possible, you have to talk about it. If you must forgive yourself. You understand? Remember that actual event is very important. Number three, don't try to avoid guilt. Don't try to avoid feeling guilty. Like I said in number one, you have to relieve it. And one of the ways to relieve something is to realize that this and this and this are the places where you went wrong. These and these are the places where you could have done better. Don't try to avoid guilt. If you learn to take responsibilities for your actions, 80-90% of your problems will disappear. If you learn to take responsibilities, okay, I did this, I'm sorry, part of your problems will be gone. The reason why people avoid guilt and run away from guilt is even that they fail to take responsibility. If you learn to take responsibility for what has happened, that you know you did wrong, it will be very easy for you to forgive yourself. So we have two more steps remaining. Try to repair the damage by having a discussion with yourself. And if there is any other person you hurt in the process, have an actual discussion with that person and ask for forgiveness. Yes. So you repair the damage by having a discussion with yourself. Okay, Rita, this is what you did wrong. Okay, in the process, I actually hurt this person. You call the person, you say, please, I'm sorry. I just realized that when this happened, you were hurt in the process. And it is easier for you to forgive yourself. The last but not the least here is have empathy for not just yourself, but for any other person that has been hurt in the process of you causing this particular damage to yourself. Have empathy for more than just yourself. If you want to forgive yourself, you must realize that maybe in the process of actually hurting yourself to the point that you need to forgive yourself, you actually did hurt another person. Good evening. My name is Barrister Rita Amy